We're here in Longview Lane in Huyton, Liverpool. Behind me you can see a mobile police station. It's here because there was another very serious shooting here last night. It's one of a series which have recently blighted life in Liverpool, as indeed is happening in many other British cities. Now, people say, well, you know, what can be done? Well, really there's a law and order problem, and there's a bigger social problem here. The law and order problem, quite simply, is that guns are readily available. All too often people caught carrying guns don't even get a prison sentence these days. The police seem to have given up, the courts seem to have given up. And if the powers that be are really serious about having a war on gun crime, then they've got to make it a really serious and painful thing for a criminal to be caught carrying a gun. That's the first thing. But part of the problem here, it goes much deeper than just guns being available. You've got a whole generation now of young lads in places like Liverpool who've got no purpose in their lives. They've got no chance at all of getting a decent job because successive governments have given up on the manufacturing industry, which used to be the bedrock of communities in places like Huyton. And once you've got no decent industry, you've got no decent jobs, you've got nothing that a young lad can do in the end to prove that he's a man and he's a decent part of the community. And under those circumstances, it's all too easy for the boredom and the hopelessness to, you know, turn to crime as a way of being a big man. And this isn't the fault of the community around here. It's not even in some ways the fault of those kids. It's the fault of the politicians who've abandoned discipline in the schools, who've given up on law and order and the streets, and who've said that they can globalise our economy so that all the jobs in this country go abroad to the Far East, and it leaves people, especially youngsters, in places like Huyton with nothing constructive left to do with their lives. That's the reason there's shootings on the streets of Liverpool and other British cities.